Okay, so we get started here pretty quick. How was the cruise so far?
I love it.
Yeah. Is it so? It's a repositioning cruise, or is it going to Alaska?
I wish we.
Tomorrow is the last day.
I hate to say that, but
Victoria.
Going to Vancouver then.
Vancouver.
We're going to
Vancouver tomorrow,
and then on our way back to Orange County.
Orange County. A lot of us are from America. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes.
A lot of us. Yeah. Where are we from? I know California.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
obviously, yeah.
California. Oh, it's just across the water. Washington. Got some from Seattle. Oh, Colombia. Oh, beautiful. That's awesome.
This your place is also. Is that the actual Victoria flag in the middle with the white circle? The City of Victoria flag?
Yes, that would be the city of Victoria.
That's what I had thought. And
Okay, so-
I know the names of the other flags.
Marty,
Oh,
let him
Canada
talk.
tour. So my hometown is just up by Ketchikan, Alaska. So for those who've ever been on an Alaskan cruise, you might have stopped in Ketchikan. And Prince Rupert is my hometown, so I am Canadian. It's the closest area in Canada to Ketchikan. And Prince Rupert is the rainiest city in all of Canada. In comparison to that, Victoria is one of the sunniest cities in all of Canada. In terms of average rainfall, here in Victoria, we only get 24 inches annually, which is quite low. The bigger cities in the area like Vancouver and Seattle, they're known for having high rainfall. They get over 50 inches plus annually. And then my hometown in Prince Rupert gets over 100 inches annually of rainfall. And part of the reason why we have such little rainfall here in Victoria is if you look to the right, you'll see the beautiful Olympic mountain range, and they cast a rain shadow over Greater Victoria, keeping us nice and dry. If you look out to the right as well, you'd see that structure that people are walking on that's known as the breakwater, and it goes out for half a mile long, and on the side of it,
Yes,
you'll see it on the way back, is
kilometers.
Canada's longest mural. Yes, just behind us now. So now we're going to be going out and heading downtown, and then we'll drive through different neighborhoods of Victoria. Part of this tour is we'll drive through different neighborhoods along the coast, and then we'll go up to a lookout called Mount Tomey. At Mount Tomey, we'll have a 15-minute stop to get out of the bus, take some photos at the top of the mountain of Greater Victoria area, and then we'll continue back in the bus and come downtown, where we will go to Tim Hortons, have a coffee, have a donut, and then continue on with the rest of the tour back to the cruise ship.
Oh,
That's the
boy.
entire 2 hours and 15 minutes of the tour.
Better than nothing.
That's true, honey.
And
Okay. Here, let me tell you the names of these flags.
So let me ground you guys to where you are right now. We are at Ogden Point, and Ogden Point is named after Peter
That's
Ogden,
Nova
who was a
Scotia,
high-ranking
New Brunswick.
official with the Hudson's
Marty,
Bay
I'm
Fur Trading
listening.
Company. And
Newfoundland.
that's how most of Canadian cities got their start,
Nova
as fur
Scotia.
trading
Marty,
posts for the
I'm listening
Hudson's
to
Bay
you.
and the Northwest
New
Company.
Brunswick, where Jenny went last year.
Hudson's Bay Company is the
Marty, be
oldest
quiet.
I can
incorporated
hear.
company in the world,
Wait.
incorporated back in 1670.
I'm
That's
trying to listen.
And James
Prince Edward
Douglas
Island.
was tasked with finding a new trading post to service the west coast of North America. The original trading post was in Washington, Vancouver, Washington. But after the Oregon Treaty of 1840s, they had to find a new trading post to serve the west coast, and he sailed all the way up and down the coast of British Columbia, and ended up deciding here in Victoria as the new headquarters for the west coast of Canada. And part of the reasons why James Douglas chose Victoria is he thought it was an Eden compared to the woodlands of the mainland. We had meadows here and lots of flowers
live
here
here.
in Victoria.
Come on,
And that was back in 1843 was when James Douglas arrived first in Victoria. So how many people realize that we are on an island right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, most of us? Okay,
Why-
we're on Vancouver Island.
Why is it called Vancouver Island?
Why is it called Vancouver? Because Captain George Vancouver sailed around Vancouver Island back in 1790s and named it after himself. That's the same reason why the city of Vancouver is called Vancouver as well. It's also named after George Vancouver.
I do remember that.
So we are on Vancouver Island. There's a lot of confusion when it comes to the naming of Vancouver Island. See, a lot of people want to call it Victoria Island, as here we are in the capital city of British Columbia, Victoria. So Vancouver Island itself is 290 miles long and 62 miles wide. And Victoria is at the southern tip of Vancouver Island.
Oh.
The population of Greater Victoria is 370,000 people, while the city center itself, so the city of Victoria, is only 90,000 people. So we're a relatively small capital city of British Columbia.
But growing in population, that's good.
So that Greater Victoria population of 370,000, that's divided up into 13 different municipalities. So we have 13 different mayors here in Victoria. Yes, and council members, and I believe 7 police departments and 9 firefighting departments as well. But with 13 mayors, you know, each mayor has their own prerogative and what they want to do with the city, so nothing really gets done here. Or if it does, there's a lot of construction. You may notice that as we drive through Victoria, one municipality will approve some construction, and the next municipality right beside it will approve some more construction. So you always get stuck back to back in construction here in Victoria, but that's okay because here in Victoria we only have 2 seasons. It's either winter or construction season. Yes. We really like to maintain our city. We're very proud of our properties. You might have noticed the beautiful houses that we have here in Victoria. I'll let you know where we are right now. We're in the neighborhood of James Bay, which is the oldest residential neighborhood here in Victoria. 10,000 people live in James Bay. It's a beautiful neighborhood because it has water on all 3 sides of the neighborhood, and on the 4th side it has a massive park called Beacon Hill Park. We'll drive by the end of it pretty soon here. And as we drive along James Bay, keep your eyes peeled for cougars. And that's cougars on 4 legs, not 2. As there are often cougars spotted walking the streets here in Victoria. Not even joking, the animal, a cougar. It was 2 weeks ago, there was an animal in another municipality called Saanich that was a cougar that was tranquilized and brought outside the city. So they are, and there's often, there was a story of a cougar walking into the Empress Hotel, the parking lot of the Empress Hotel. Yeah, I don't think he did. I think he got kicked out for not having a reservation.
And here that's
So coming up here pretty quick on the left-hand side, we're going to catch a glimpse of
Canada
the
is known
Parliament
for their
building,
LOL.
government building. So just
LOL.
at this intersection, look to the left,
LOL.
you'll see the
LOL.
copper domes. There they are. There are 33 copper domes, and at nighttime there are 3,330 lights that outline the Parliament buildings at night, lighting them up.
where?
And the reason why 3,330 is so significant is because that's how many jewels are on the royal crown. So they correlate that
Oh,
with
there
the
it
number
is.
of lights on the Parliament building at night. And I know that number is correct, because I counted them all myself.
This is it, honey.
Yeah, I know.
So here they are, the Parliament buildings. They were built by a very famous architect named Francis Rattenbury, and I'll tell you the life story of Francis Rattenbury a little later on in the tour. It's quite interesting.
I was here
But
in
here it is, and on the
1974
side
and
of the
saw
building,
this,
of the legislative buildings, here on the left-hand side, are the 14 founding fathers of British Columbia, and the statue on top, leafed in gold, that's Captain George Vancouver, who I was mentioning earlier, and they messed up when they were making his statue. He has 2 left feet. And also the other founding fathers include Captain James Cook, Alexander Mackenzie, just to name a few.
Okay, shut off.